Hello and welcome to CommuNInqué. This episode is going to take a break from what we've been previously discussing with mostly Smash Bros. News and move on to more general Nintendo news. To start off with, I'm going to be covering some of the older news just to kind of get it out of the way. So the first thing that I'd like to cover is the downloadable content coming for Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. Mario Kart 8 has been out since May and hasn't really changed much since then outside of an update just before these DLC packs were announced that gave us the Mercedes-Benz DLC that Japan had received, as well as some general game updates. This DLC is going to be coming in November 2014 for one of the packs, and then May 2015 for the other pack. And so these packs are going to be including new characters, new vehicles, new courses, etc. And this is kind of a groundbreaking thing for the Mario Kart series. They haven't done any additional content for any of the Mario Karts before this, so this is going to be really interesting to see how this changes the future of Mario Kart. So I'm going to go into describing the Mario Kart packs. The first pack, which is going to be released in November, includes 3 new characters: Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach, and Link. To kind of just go over the characters really quickly, Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach I'm assuming will be kind of carbon copies of Mario and Peach, with generally similar stats, if not the same. But then there's Link. Link is the first real non-Mario character to be in Mario Kart outside of potentially DK and Rob. And so this is going to be really interesting to see how they factor in other Nintendo characters, if at all, or if they'll just stick with the ones that we've seen already. Link, we don't know too much about, whether he'll be a heavyweight or a lightweight or what weight class he is, or what his stats will be, so we'll probably have to wait until November for that information. The next bit of the DLC pack is that it includes 4 new vehicles, one of which being the Blue Falcon Kart. Now, vehicles are mainly aesthetic, as a lot of the vehicles have similar stats, and some of the vehicles' choices even have the same stats, and so it'll be interesting to see what new vehicles they add, and whether or not these match up with current vehicles, or whether they have newer stats that differ from the current vehicles. The last part of the DLC is that they're adding 8 new courses, or 2 new cups, to the Mario Kart game. And so this will be very interesting to see how they distribute it, whether they'll do just 4 new courses and 4 retro courses, or whether they'll do a mishmash of both. But anyhow, we'll have to wait until November to see which ones we get. The second pack, which releases in May 2015, includes 3 characters as well, these 3 new characters being Villager and Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and Dry Bowser. Dry Bowser was previously in Mario Kart Wii, but was removed for Mario Kart 7, and we thought presumably for Mario Kart 8, as he wasn't in the original roster, but this DLC appears to be bringing him back. Villager and Isabelle are entirely new to the franchise. They've never appeared in a Mario Kart game before, so it'll be interesting to see how they work, how they function. The next part of the pack is once again 4 new vehicles and 8 new courses. These also haven't really been detailed. There haven't been any reveals as what vehicles or what courses they're going to be, although one of the courses for one of the DLC packs, it's not sure which, was revealed in one of the pictures, and that is Wario's Gold Mine from Mario Kart Wii. And so it'll be a blast to see what ones they add, and I'm really excited for these DLC packs because it's entirely new. It's never been something that's been done before in Mario Kart. These DLC packs are already available for pre-order either on the Nintendo eShop or through Mario Kart 8 itself in the shop option that came with the Mercedes-Benz update. Now, these DLC packs are $8 on their own, or $12 if you buy them together, as well as if you buy them together you actually get additional colors for both Yoshi and Shy Guy, so it does add an interesting quirk to the game if you do purchase or pre-order both DLC packs together. So, moving on to the next bit of general Nintendo news, Nintendo of America announced today a lot of the release dates or release periods for upcoming Wii U titles in the next 1.5 to 2 years. So I'll include the picture that they gave in the video, but in case it's too small to read or something along those lines, I will read it aloud really quickly. And so Hyrule Warriors is coming out on September 26th of this year, just later this month. In October, we're supposed to get Just Dance 2015, Skylanders, and Bayonetta 2, and Affordable Space Adventures. In the fall quarter of this year, we're supposed to receive Disney Infinity and Lego Batman 3. In November, we're supposed to be receiving Sonic Boom. And then the holiday season, which looks like it's specifically meant to be 2014 and not early 2015, we're supposed to be getting Swords and Soldiers, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Now, in 2015, for the first half of 2015, we're supposed to receive Splatoon, Yoshi's Woolly World, Mario Maker, Project Giant Robot. And then for the rest of the year, we're supposed to be getting Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Project Guard, the new Star Fox game, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and the new Zelda game. Now, there's not too much more to say about these games other than they have the release dates, so I will be moving on to the next bit of Nintendo news. This next bit of news is going to be relatively short as there's not too much information on it as of yet, but as it is, Square Enix is considering localizing more of the Dragon Quest Rocket Slime games. Now, I'm just going to read the quote from Noriyoshi Fujimoto and Yuo Miyake, the Dragon Quest Mobile producer and executive producers, that they told Siliconera in an interview, and it says, quote, "You know, it's funny, when we made Rocket Slime, we were targeting the game towards 8, 9, and 10-year-olds in Japan. But in the West, the average age of the person who bought Rocket Slime was 25. It seems like the grown-ups enjoyed the game, and we were pleasantly surprised. In terms of the Rocket Slime game, in Japan there wasn't a lot of feedback saying they wanted iteration, but in the Western regions, especially North America, there are a lot of requests to see another Rocket Slime game." Close quote. And so it'll be interesting to see if they do bring the Rocket Slime games to the West, and whether that means we'll be receiving the Dragon Quest games themselves eventually if the popularity is high enough. The last bit of news that I'd like to cover in this episode of CommuNInqué is that a Russian Nintendo site says that a Nintendo Direct may be coming tomorrow. This website, WiiU.pro, says they have insider information and that they believe that it's related to the new Nintendo 3DS, which was unveiled last Friday. Now, this could be true or false. There's nothing really to substantiate this. There hasn't been anything from Nintendo on whether or not there's going to be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow whether it happens or not. Until then, I'm kind of skeptical that there's actually going to be one so soon after the reveal for the 3DS, and especially since it's not coming to the West for an even longer period, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. So I think that about wraps up this episode of CommuNInqué. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or the news, and I will be posting later tonight with the Smash Brothers post of the day when it airs. Hope you all have a good day and stay classy!